I got here on February 15th and it's now March 2nd and I'm still here. I decided to stay and volunteer and be part of the other ceremonies. And I've come to Soul Quest quite a few times, and I remember the first time I came here and thought, I want to be on the other side. I want to help people. I want to help them go through their journey because I know how hard it could be sometimes and how hard it is to let go of control and not lose yourself. But that's part of the medicine, losing yourself to find yourself. And volunteering has been one of the most rewarding, healing experiences I've ever had in my entire life. If you don't know, I do energy healing work. And so once I integrated ayahuasca and I was able to work with the medicine, I then realized I had the ability to release energy and kind of make it flow through. And that's what I use during the ceremonies to help people and to help myself work through it. Because it's so crazy when you're on the other side. Once you do it and then you go on the other side, you know, and not necessarily exactly what they are seeing or going through, but you understand that pain and that suffering when somebody's crying or purging. And so you have all of these emotions and feelings for them, and so you hold this space of love. And it's so beautiful from seeing somebody start off to the very ending and integration and hearing their stories and where they came from. I am so grateful for this life. There have been times where I no longer wanted to live, where I contemplated taking my own life. And thankfully, the love that I had for my family and not wanting to make them suffer kept me here. Otherwise, if I didn't have that, I would have probably killed myself a long time ago because I couldn't cope with my life and all the emotions I felt being an empath and not knowing it at the time. I've learned so much here. I have learned so much from my journey, and I've learned so much from other people's journeys, from the other staff members. The jokes, the laughing, the crying, the weep, everything, just sharing space and being in a communal living has been one of the best experiences I've had so far. And this all started happening for me the moment I let go. I let go of control and I surrendered to the flow of love that honestly healed me and is still continuing to heal me. This is a journey or an experience. In my case, I feel like it's just me experiencing life and watching other aspects of myself experiencing life. If you take a moment to look around you and look at everyone and just realize that they are all you experiencing their own reality and their own truths, that's where the compassion comes in. Your name?
Cleopatra.
Kevin Hayes.
Lori Bronstein.
Mike. Alex.
Justin Turk.
Bob.
Jennifer.
Otto.
Christian Gallagher.
Lee. Heather Appleton.
Dr. Scott Irwin.
Hello, welcome at Soul Quest.
I'm here to check in.
Yeah, can you please sign your name here on the list? Have you been with us before?
Yes, this is my third time.
To fill up your paperwork. After the paperwork, you will see Craig, he's a medic, he will check your blood pressure and your vitals and make sure you're good to go.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I volunteer here at Soul Quest. I'm also a paramedic. The things I dealt with before I came here were mostly depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, maybe some alcoholism, drank a lot to kind of bury my emotions. I came here sort of seeking relief from that. With taking the medicine, I learned very quickly that surrendering to everything, just accepting things in my life that were unacceptable at the time, just let it all be.
rompe las bases, rompe las raíces. La segunda noche es para reconstruir o la segunda ceremonia es para reconstrucción.
Very important to leave with at least 2 ceremonies instead of 1.
¿Sí?
Yes.
Pero si son 3, mejor.
But if you end up doing all 3, then that's even better.
Mejor. ¿Sí? Mi Dios me bendiga. Gracias.
God bless you. Thank you.
Hi, this is Titus Pedro. He is the shaman today, and he's going to be here all weekend with us. He is an amazing healer. I love him.
Okay guys, we're getting ready for ceremony. I'm super excited right now. Everybody has done breath circle. We're getting ready for the cleansing part of it. Everybody's getting back into circle. So yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to surrender to ayahuasca yet again. Here I am. Hey, so I just finished my ayahuasca ceremony and it was absolutely beautiful and everything I wanted. I couldn't believe it, but I can believe it because I set an intention, which is from a song, and I recited these words when I threw my intention into the fire. I, Sherzad, release, control, and surrender to the flow of love. And I threw it into the fire, and I wholeheartedly believe that. And for the first time, after 6 times of taking ayahuasca, I asked to be healed. I didn't ask for knowledge or anything like that, or to expand my consciousness like I did all the other times. I asked to be healed. And that is what I got. Like, it was amazing. And as I held the cup to my chest, I put more intentions into it, and I just asked for love. I asked for motherly love. I didn't want to get the shit beaten out of me again, or like to throw me through loopholes. I just wanted to understand. I wanted ayahuasca to come to me gentle, and I asked her, I said, please come to me gentle, come to me with love. And even though she always comes to you with love, it's either tough love or exactly what you need. And because I've been doing my daily practice of taking care of myself and really putting nutrients into my body by being fully raw vegan and doing yoga every single day and flossing my teeth every day, simple as that, flossing your teeth every day. Who would have known? I mean, I knew, but I didn't, anyway. So I started to do all these things, and my life just started to feel better. And so when I asked for this healing from ayahuasca, and I said, please be gentle with me, and that's what it was. It was a gentle experience, and that's what I needed right now. But yeah, till tomorrow.
Hi, I'm here with Charlie. What do you do here at Soul Quest?
I teach the yogic science more than the physical side of yoga. My quest in my career is to bring yoga in the truest way possible, bringing the science of life. So that includes not just the physical side of yoga, but breath work, mantras, connecting with our energy, learning about our energy, learning that we are the medicine, understanding ourselves, we can understand the universe better. Trying to bring back the true teachings of yoga that has been quite lost in our modern times. So that's basically what I'm here for in life.
I came to Soul Quest to search for myself. Wanted to find out who I am, my purpose, redefine my passion, confirm if this passion that I have for songwriting, music, just feel it more and express it more, to be free with who I am. My first night was thankfully gentle. I think I sort of overestimated what the experience would have been like. I feared that I would feel like I was dying, or it would be so dark and hellish, but it really wasn't. It was this subtle revelation of things. I cried during a song, and like that particular song, I'm not sure what it ignited, but I just remember feeling like all the tears that I cried were more than I've ever cried in my lifetime. It's like I cried for everything that I held within me. It was liberating. I did ask Mother Aya, why did I cry? Why was I shedding all these tears? And I think the response I got, like, it doesn't matter what it was that I'm crying about. It just matters that I'm releasing it, and that felt really good.
This is my first time doing ayahuasca. It was something sacred, something profound, and something that shouldn't have been forgotten. And thank God it isn't. Places like this are a vanguard in many ways. Planes and everything, there's an airport nearby, but it adds to it in many ways. Those things come at just the right time most of the time. Yeah, it complements the vibe. The first experience was a breaking down. And that's something that's pretty universal a lot of the time. It was painful. It was something that needed to happen. Now you're unlearning a lot of things. To do that, you have to realize how much pain there is in the world. And it's something that everybody was feeling, with this sense of discomfort, sadness. The rapé definitely had a hand to play in it. It grounds you, but it helps you purge. And that's the point, right?
What did ayahuasca help you with?
Forgiveness for any sort of ill that happens in one's life. In many ways, at least in my personal experience, I come to this with full expectation of having to exercise myself, I'd say. And when it came down to it, it's a tough love kind of love, but it's just enough tough love to be imprinting, I'd say. You know?
It gives you what you need?
Yes, exactly.
What were some of your intentions for the weekend?
Looking back on my past with an objective lens and not letting the anger that I harbored then seep into this now. It didn't need to happen. There's no reason for it. It's something that you learned, and in many ways I could say I got in contact with my younger self and gave him the tools he needed.
Were you able to get rid of the anger?
Yeah, it was profound. The morning ceremony was where it happened. In the blink of an eye, I snapped back to, and you're in it. It's happening, and looking up at the sun and listening to the music. Don't hold on to anger, as cliche as that sounds.
I'm the senior minister at Soul Quest Ayahuasca Church of the Mother Earth and the staff psychologist. I was with the School of Medicine at the University of Miami for about 9 years, and then I moved over to the College of Osteopathic Medicine at Nova Southeastern University for about 3 years after that. And in my private practice, I had a patient that came to me and asked me about this ayahuasca stuff. I had never heard of ayahuasca at that point. He told me he had done 50 journeys, and then a couple weeks later, I had a patient that came to me who had a small child that was born with a birth defect. She was so worried about how her energy was going to imprint on this child, perhaps impede his growth and harm his life, and so she wanted to be the best possible mother that she could be. She said, had I heard of this place in Orlando, Florida called Soul Quest? They drink this medicine called ayahuasca from the Amazon. And I'm like, oh my God, that's twice I've heard about this ayahuasca stuff. What is this stuff? So like most people, you know, I go to Google and I start Googling and YouTubing and Gaia TVing and Netflixing, everything I could find on ayahuasca, how great it is with addictions, and a lot of really compelling stories of healing. But I better check this out. So I signed up for my birthday and I came here, and what I saw happening here on a weekend was miraculous. It was like 15 years of psychotherapy in a weekend, and I'd never seen that in my private practice, and I was like, how is it possible? Experienced my own personal transformation that was going on that motivated me to use the medicine or our intention in ceremony.
Hi, I'm
you're doing what today?
I'm doing an integration and then a daytime
ceremony. Yeah, I'm super excited.
It was really, I wanted to have a direct experience with God, really know God. In the journey, actually, what was happening is I had to clean out a bunch of baggage and a bunch of energetic stuff that was from my past. And after purging, I think I purged like 20 times, you know, and that's the releasing of energy and negative stuff and toxins from the body. I left here feeling completely transformed and loving and connected with this idea of being my highest version of myself. fully. This medicine is a remarkable catalyst for personal transformation. It was a huge experience in my life. 3 years later, it has been, 5,000 people have come through this amazing healing center. The programs that we've been able to develop since the beginning have really focused on psycho-spiritual integration. And that's that idea that when people come here with deep spiritual wound, things that have happened to them that block their flow of the life force, block that flow of the love, that block that connection to their true self, it's that burden and that struggle that just ruins people's lives that I really wanted to help them get the most out of their ayahuasca experience. Integration is that very important process of understanding what really happened in a ceremony, taking the insights or understanding of that newly established connection, the purposes that that person might have gained from the medicine, and helping that person bring that into some kind of usable, workable, manageable, practical tool for when they leave here on Sunday morning.
They're getting ready for daytime ceremony out in nature. People are going to come now after integration and pick their spots. Where are you going? Daytime ceremony?
Daytime ceremony.
We got a volunteer. Hey guys. Escher. Hello. Hi. You're good. Yep. Hey guys. Daytime ceremony.
Daytime ceremony is happening?
It's happening. Please. And I'm gonna have to stop recording now. Namaste. So, I just got out of my daytime experience and it was intense. It was, and it was what I wanted and what I needed. It was funny because I set some intentions, but I had like hidden intentions. I was like, okay, these are the ones that I want. But really I had ones had set before and those came out and it was worth it. It was worth going through the experience to be able to come out of it and be here and appreciate the fact that I have the choice and I can make a decision whether I want to focus on being happy, being sad, being upset, letting something affect me, letting it not affect me, taking something somebody said the wrong way or not. It's all an experience and you have the choice of which experience you want to have. And that is what I came out of this experience with, and I am grateful.
Lord, I want you to know that I love you. I love you. May have been things that I've done to make you doubt it, but don't you?
I've been struggling all my life. After a certain age, I was abused as a child. It affected me, and that's what kind of embedded the anger in me. And I was always trying to combat that with anger, you know, and it wasn't the way. I was compartmentalizing all of my problems, all of my hate. I did not want anyone to know about it. And then after serving in Iraq, PTSD came 5 years after I retired. And it was a culmination of everything horrible that happened to me in my life. And I guess it took my experience in Iraq to bring it to the surface. And that's when I started getting my panic attacks. And I couldn't understand what was going on with me. I didn't ask for it. It was just there and I couldn't get rid of it. Coming here, I was able to purge it. And now, the only tears you see are tears of joy.
And how now has it overcome for you?
Oh my gosh, I have my husband back after almost 25 years.
I've never seen this guy because I didn't exist since I was 10. Since I was 10 years old, I wasn't there.
It's like I'm falling in love with him already.
Oh, that's so beautiful. This is true love, and this is what Aya does. It brings people together.
The community that's here, probably the most healing
thing I found, and the ayahuasca is a tool to help us all connect spiritually to ourselves and to help us love ourselves and each other. And Pachamama, take care of the earth. It's so important. And we're at a point in society where if we don't make a drastic change in how we treat each other and the way that we think, we're doomed for failure. We need to reconnect with our souls and be the spiritual beings that we truly are. This medicine saved my life. I was in EMS since I was 19 years old, in and out, struggled with addiction issues, whatever it was. When I was done with duty for the day, I wasn't able to cope with all the pain and the suffering that I would see and had to live through it. Somebody has to do that job, and it was a calling for me to do that. I'm very good at it. I developed a set of skills that were given to me, and I developed them through working with people in all types of situations on the worst day of their life. I was the one, me and my partners, whoever it was, to come and help pull them out of where they were at, maybe give them a second chance at life. So there are beautiful things and hard things that I had to deal with.
If you can give us one thing that we could take from you and share it, acknowledge, use it, what would that be?
This is something that happened a few weekends ago, and it's probably the most profound, most beautiful. We had a young man that has a form of Asperger's, high-functioning autistic person. He came very lost, antisocial, and wasn't able to really connect, but he's very intelligent. He came looking for direction and wanted to work with the medicine, and he did. And I sat next to him his first night. He was really going through this battle between fear and love. The next morning, I came and found him and I said, "So, what did you learn last night?" And he said, "Craig, I've been living my life from a place of fear, from fear vibration, from the frequency of fear. And I've learned I'll no longer, in my life, vibrate with fear frequency. I will vibrate with love. And that's the answer to all things." A young man who was antisocial or not, just didn't have the ability to connect, was smiling and crying and hugging and touching, changed everything, not only for me, but for him. I carry that message to everybody. I said, let's vibrate from love frequency.
Ayahuasca is incredible and it's amazing, and try to explain it. Words don't do it justice. The community here, the set and setting.
How'd you feel about the facilitators here?
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
Did you connect with any particular one that you felt a strong connection with?
Scott is so wise. His energy is beautiful and very inspiring. I like your energy.
Thank you. How was the breath
cool.
work?
Oh, unreal. That was like a mini ayahuasca
I know,
experience.
so much fun.
Really intense. I got emotional during it. Oh, it was like I released a lot of anger that I had and a lot of pain from my last relationship that just like came up out of nowhere, and it was like really cathartic. When you grow up in a dysfunctional family, like you carry this trauma with you, and especially with the people you love, those are the people that experience it the most, and you guys kind of share each other's pain. And that's part of, like, I feel like the spiritual journey is learning to see those patterns and want to heal from those. So we put each other through the ringer, big time. I had to forgive her, which I was carrying around with me for a lot of the stuff she did, but I also had to forgive myself because there was things that I did, and I had to see my end of it. Ayahuasca helped me see all that and helped me see that, like, a lot of the pain was just done out of, like, what had been done to them, and we all have shit. It's still beautiful. He got me here.
Sleep yet?
Nope.
It's for the week, right?
You don't realize that not sleeping?
Back to baseline.
Doesn't allow me to rest when I get home. And just, because here it was just everybody else.
Yeah. Well, you know that's baseline.
I had done traditional therapy for many, many, many years. I was on 2 different antidepressants, about to start a third. And I just knew that wasn't the answer. I found a healing unlike anything I've experienced with any other modality. So direct and immediate. It's just very healing plant. I've done it 2 consecutive weekends a couple months ago, and I felt it time to come back, and I came back for a little more treatment, helping me tremendously. This weekend, I learned a lot about compassion and patience and love, which I can get very impatient and almost arrogant and aggressive in my business. And I did not like how I acted in that mode. So when I realized how those behaviors took me out of myself, and ayahuasca showed me that's not how I want to be, and a different path. And I am going to work on integrating those qualities much more into my life and my communications with everybody I touch. Just do everything you can to wake up, because life is very short.
I had to do something, and I wasn't into the idea of Soul Quest. I was skeptical and fearful. I trusted my friend, so I believed that what she was telling me worked for her. And I would tell her a lot about my depression and not getting up and not going out, not doing things. That's why I came, out of obligation, pure and simple, to her. I prepared like I was supposed to, halfway, to be honest with you, and I walked through the door angry, and I had to hide that. Couldn't comprehend the idea that something would be referred to in a manner of shock and awe. I was at my last ditch effort of trying to find some peace and being able to get up in the morning and just get through this life. I have lost so many friends in battle to, the 22 a day that we have, and I just wanted to find a way to get through. What I found here is unbelievable. It changed my life. It is shock and awe.
Did you feel anything with the medicine?
Absolutely. I felt the medicine. I was very scared because I didn't want to see a lot of the things that I was afraid I was going to see. That would have reminded me certain things on my deployment, or certain situations with other soldiers, or just in life in general. I did not want to open some of the boxes that I had in my head. I was scared that that could be a very bad thing. And what ended up happening is I got all my answers, every single one of them. This is amazing.
How did this free you?
I hate people. I don't want to be out in public. I don't want to be around people. Even conversations were difficult. I absolutely don't feel that way anymore.
How do you feel now?
Peace.
Peace.
Peace I've never felt in years. This is life-changing.
Do you feel a will to live now?
I do. I know I've got my answers.
My earliest memory of life is breaking my leg when I was 5 years old. I fractured my right femur. I had body casts. I was in traction 7 times. I had bone grafts. Growth plates were stapled. Complications as a result of just re-breaking. The cyst would not go away. It was a reoccurring bone cyst. Metal rods inside the femur to refortify the problem. But then as soon as it was removed, the fracture would occur again. My family, my mother, is an alcoholic. Addiction and depression run through and through my family tree on my mother's side, and it has caused havoc and death, suicide, hopelessness. And I felt the same way. I never felt that there would be anything to help me. I went to 8 different treatment facilities. I grew up in the church. I went to a private Christian school, and it has not given me anything that this medicine has given. Today I have hope, and I want to share my message for the people that suffer. That's why I went through what I went through, is to share that it doesn't have to continue. Before I came here, after trying to clean up, I relapsed. Halfway houses, missions, living on the streets. The problem is that the truth is that the healing comes within us, and all of us have it. This medicine just brings you into a connection of that truth. It amplifies your inner voice, the thing that gives you the little nudge of you shouldn't do that, or this maybe would be better for you this way. I had so much clouded judgment, and just lies that I was telling myself was shattered by this medicine. I feel free today. I'm blessed. Everything is beautiful. I don't dwell in the past. I don't worry about the future. I can appreciate the here and now, and it's good enough. It brings me in the now, and I couldn't ever arrive at that. I couldn't meditate. I couldn't listen to the teachings of others and grasp what they said because I had so much static in my mind as a result of what I was putting in my body that was just lies and more. You know, they say that one is too many and 1,000 is never enough. That was true for me, but I couldn't abstain for long enough. My soul wasn't settled. I had so much emotional scarring as a result of what I did. The static in my mind was gone. I could focus on the here and now. It was important to me to be centered and grounded, something that I've never been able to attain through everything that I've attempted. And I've tried it all. I tried it all multiple times. I had given up on myself that I was going to die miserable, unfulfilled, and without purpose. And that horrified me. I've seen it happen in my family. I've buried 20 different friends, people that I used to do dope with. And my father came to me and he said, "Kevin, I have reserved you a plot on the family cemetery. I know you're going there, and I love you. I can't watch you do this to yourself anymore." And all I ever wanted to do was to make him proud of me. That was the most important thing in my life. And after I did this medicine, I went back and he goes, "Kevin," he goes, "I'm not going to die without seeing you a success. And I may not understand what this medicine does, but I see the results." And he gave this opportunity to me as a Christmas present last year. He goes, "Kevin, I know you've tried everything. I've put you in the treatment facilities that I put you in, and there's always that glimmer of hope that you're on the right track, but then you return to the places that you used to be and used to do things that were familiar to cover up the pain. The pain isn't there today. What happens here is a miracle. I said at the integration not too long ago that I wanted to die. I wanted this life to end. And now, as a result of this medicine, this is the first time I've ever wanted to live. This medicine has given me a clarity of mind. It wipes fog away and lets you see how to love yourself. That includes what you put in your body. I love life today. It's beautiful. It's a gift.
I'm so happy for you. I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
I would say all the cliches are right. Like, love is the answer. Like, when you truly feel love for yourself and your cup is full, I think a lot of times we spend a lot of time just trying to fill our own cup, and that's where a lot of, I think, selfishness comes from. We just don't have enough love for ourselves. It's hard for us to give love to other people because our cup isn't full. When you can learn how to love yourself, that cup is a wellspring that comes from within you, and when your cup runs over, it's like a beautiful thing that you can just spill out and just spread love to other people, even in the smallest ways, whether it's like a conversation or a word of encouragement.
That's awesome.
A person who is thinking about coming to an ayahuasca ceremony, no matter where it is a calling. And this medicine isn't for everyone. If you've got the calling and there's anxiety and there's this part of you that feels fear, that's the part of you that you want to heal. And so naturally it doesn't want to give up. You know, it wants to stay in charge and in control. And that's the part that's not been working. If you were to be healed, imagine that is possible. Imagine your life if it were healed. If you had found the source of that wound and you were able to heal that wound. And now what can you do? If you're thinking about the medicine, is it right for you? Is it not right for you? Go within and ask yourself, who will I be without my story? Who would I be without these burdens? Who would I be if I were connected to my love and to my heart? Who would I be in this world? Whether it's ayahuasca or ibogaine or yoga, meditation, whatever path leads you back to your true self, do the work. It's going to be uncomfortable, but this world's not complete without you, so be brave and step up to the plate.
This one's called Surrender. Mother Aya, ayahuasca, gave me more than I could ask for. Got me looking like, what's that for? You know, she says, and I surrender. I surrender. I surrender to your love. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender to your love, Mama Aya, ayahuasca. Thank you for taking me higher. Take my pain and start a fire. Let it burn, burn, burn. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender to your love. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah.
La 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 la. Ah, my camera. Let's see, how does this go? How is this? How is the lighting here? Not good. Okay. Hey. Hi. Hi. Hello. That's my stomach because I've been fasting for like almost a week now. It is Tuesday and I'm still at Soul Quest. I was only supposed to come in for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then leave Monday, but I haven't left, and that's okay. I love it here. I mean, this was the best experience I've ever had in my entire life. It was an amazing weekend. Everybody was so in sync with the medicine. There was this flow going on. So my camera died. I was saying how amazing Soul Quest is, that I am still here. And matter of fact, I'm gonna stay at Soul Quest for a bit and volunteer here and just embrace every moment. I can't express the gratitude that I have for Soul Quest and the staff here. They are absolutely amazing. So after 3 ceremonies and just having a freaking blast and watching everybody with their experiences and how they grown, how they just evolved from this scared, frightened, worried, angry being to this oh so loving, joyous, happy. They just transformed. I've heard so many of their stories. Your heart just goes out to them, but they made it. We all made it. We're like warriors of this medicine. When you go through ayahuasca, it's like nothing else you've ever experienced in your life. And it's not something to be afraid of, it's something to embrace and release and surrender to. You're surrendering to your fear, your worry, your doubt, and these are things that we hold on to so tightly because that's all we know. It's all we know how to be. And so this gives you a chance to just be in a judgmental free zone where you can cry, scream, laugh, puke, poop, everything, and just feel completely safe and loved. And the one thing I love about the staff is that they have a very large staff here of facilitators and volunteers. And during the ceremonies, they wear all white so that you can spot them out. The best part about the facilitators and the volunteers is they give you your space. So they're right there for you if you need them, but they also stand back to allow you to have your experience. And it was absolutely amazing.